the evil warlord Bran has returned to terrorize the realm, and your town has chosen you to go to the tower and stop him. Will you take up the challenge? With Halloween coming up, there's nothing that says Halloween better than a good horror-themed game in Fortress of Terror. I picked this up from GameCrafter. Very excited about this. Somebody brought this to my attention along with a few other games from GameCrafter. And I haven't really explored GameCrafter, and I thought this was a great opportunity to take what other people are thinking. It's a really good, solid solo roll and write adventure with a roll and write solo adventure game with a roll with it system. So this is a core module, and hopefully we're going to be surprised and really enjoy it. This is going to be a great little box game, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to put down on the table and show it to you for Halloween. So here we are down at the table. Here it is, Fortress of Terror, a roll and write solo adventure game with the roll with it system. John Bailey, as you can see, in HBG Games. Hey, look, it says it's a fantasy game. Let's turn it over. What do we got here? Well, it looks like we got some cards. We've got some dice. We have got a mat of some sort. It's for one player, 12 and up, in about 45 to 60 minutes. Oh, Humble Board Games, LLC. And it just came out, actually, maybe? It says November 2022. No, only September 2022. And the dogs are barking. But that's what the box is. Let's get this box open. As you know, I do have dogs. We have plenty of dogs, including a Foster, which is not the one that's barking. So let's get the game open and take a look at what's in the box. Are you ready for our first Halloween game? Probably going to get 3 or 4 in before Halloween. I am going away for a weekend, so that's going to curtail a game. Maybe I'll pick something up juicy in Edmonton when I'm down there. We're going to go see Styx, which is a Canadian band. Well, it's not really a Canadian band. We'd like to think of them as a Canadian band. So this is a typical GameCrafter with the paper. So not much in the box, obviously. We have the cards. I like the way GameCrafter does do stuff, everything in their little baggies, which is always good. I can always use bags. So we have a dry erase marker. Now, if it didn't come dry erase, I could have easily laminated my own. There we go. A nice dry erase board. I might photocopy that anyway, just to have an extra one. But I think you could. I think you can download them. So there it is. There are the 2 boards. This looks like Adventure 1. I think there's Adventure 2, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3 on this side. Oh, and Chapter 3. So I'm not quite sure how it plays 100%, but that is a nice laminated board. I may laminate the laminated board. I don't know. That's nice, though. It's a nice doing. We have some dice. I may replace these just for slightly bigger dice. But all these blue and red dice mean something. These are movement dice. This is your luck dice. This is your doom dice. And then these have to do with orbs. So we'll figure that one out. I did watch a little bit of a video. Oh, look at that. Another map. Wow. Ooh, another nicely laminated map. You could keep this going forever if you had a system like this. Oh, we even have an outdoor adventure by the looks of things. That's nice. Let's see what else we got here. We have some cards, and we have the rules. What else is under there? Oh, roll and write, the game system. Okay, we got all kinds of. We have to explore this. This is the basic game rules. Nice. Oh, this is the core module. Oh, Temple of Despair. Oh, so we have a. So obviously we have a little expansion in there along with the Fortress of Terror. Nice size rules. Look at the rules. Nice. This is a really good example of rules. Right here you've got your sort of your inventory on your back. Again, no reference. But there you go. Back here, this kind of information, probably you should have icons and analogy on the back. What do they do on the back of this one? Probably the same thing. Again, yeah. So that's it. That's not a showstopper by any means. Let's take a look at what's in the deck, because we'll have to sleeve these up. But let's just see how these cards are. I have to say that, oh, nice. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I think as an independent publisher and getting it done by GameCrafter, I think it's a good job. So we're gonna set this up. I don't think it's a big issue to set this thing up. It'll take a few minutes. We'll put it out on the table. We'll explore it a little bit and see where it goes from there. But I'm very excited to try this game, The Fortress of Terror. So here we are ready. Fortress of Terror has been organized somewhat, and most of it all fits in the box. You can see it's just a normal box. We have our dice, we have our 4 white dice. I did look to see if they were bigger, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet. So we've got the blue dice, the red dice. What else do we got down here? The Doom dice is the big 12-sided dice. There we are. We have our different... Here is our relic decks. And there are 2 stories in here. The Temple of Despair and the Fortress of Terror. So there are some basic relics to both games, come to both games, and then some that are specific to the other game. Here are cards, chapter cards, and yet I see no reference to these in the actual rules. So that's a little bit concerning that I have these wonderful cards that sort of tell a story, but I'm not sure how to use them. And then we have some more cards like Ruins. I'm assuming that they'll be in the Temple of Despair, but again, not sure. And I'm not sure what this is either. This could be having to do with the moves at the end in Bram's big fight. Again, I haven't got to the rules all, which there are 2 modules in here. The Temple of Despair. We have the Fortress of Terror. We have a common rule set, which is very, very basic. Doesn't even mention the chapter cards in here anywhere. And then there. So there might be some optional rules. We're going to go take a look on Board Game Geek, and I'm going to report that to you. And so everything fits in the box nicely. Obviously, this is a system that could be expanded greatly, I suppose, by adding more relics, maybe have some characters, development. We'll have to see. I didn't see characters. Now, I think when I saw him do a run-through on there was characters. And so I didn't see any characters in here. I did see 2 companions. Let's just see, they're in here. All right, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 2 companions. We have Nightwind the Swift. Discard any die from your pool, increase remaining dice. It's a Faithful Speed, that's TOD, and FOT, which is the Fortress of Terror. Discard any 2 dice from your pool and move the amounts shown on the Doom dice. May not be mitigated by luck dice. They flip this card face down, flip face at the start of each chapter. Okay, so I think this is the replacement from what I saw from the video. So we would play with this companion, and he would do that. So again, maybe the rules can be sharpened up a bit. I'm going to figure out what these cards are for, and I'm going to report back to you on that. So that is it for now, and we are ready to start the first chapter of Fortress of Terror. Well, the good news is I did talk with John Bailey, the designer. So these are quite easy to use. Really what we're going to do is take the basic cards that don't have a chapter and the chapter. We're going to mix them together, and then each turn during the end of the turn, which is the end of the turn, basically, we're going to draw one of these cards and just do that. Some of them are events, some of them are things that happen, some of us force us to move. The companions are exactly that. We just put them to the side, use them once, and then, of course, we mix those in. So I did get the clarifications, which is kind of nice. Yay! So we will be ready to start. Oh, I was searching around for the pen there. There are also 3 more modules available, and John has been nice enough to actually send them to me, and I'll be able to download those docs too. There is a tutorial that's available on the Humble Gaming site. What is it? Humble Gaming? Humble Board Games, yes. So there are, at Humble Board Games, you can find a tutorial for this game. You can find some print and play stuff, such as the rules, how to use these, So it is, there will be, I believe, an expansion that will include more of these types of materials, a little better quality, but for print and play, I'll just print them and laminate them, and we'll go off with that. We have plenty of dice. So basically, we're going to set that up, and it's easy to set up. We'll basically take that. We're going to play this right here. So we'll focus down in a minute. We're going to take our dice, put them off to the side, just like this. And we're going to need all these dice. There are Doom dices, and we should have a 4-sided dice here. There we are. Okay, we will take our, and we're showing you the setup as I take it right out of the box. So we're going to take all the Fs, and that's where we're going to start. We can start with the tutorial apple if we want. So we can pull that out. Even though we didn't do the tutorial, we might as well make it easier for ourselves. Okay, the rest will go back in till the end, and we can follow this setup in the guide here, right here. And it tells you exactly what we need for the first game right there. We got our dice, that, and a dry erase marker, and the 12 basic cards right over here. And we'll take the tutorial card in with us. Okay, and we will take the story cards. So we will take the basic story cards for the FOTD, which I think is here. Yes, I don't know what those are. Nope, not these. So we have our companion that we will use. And we'll grab one of the story. You can see the differences. If you look here, it'll say FOTD versus TOD. So Fortress of Terror, as opposed to Temple of Destruction. So what we're going to do is basically take this. We'll take our dry erase. So we're going to go all these cards that don't have a chapter on it. We're going to take, and then we're going to take the chapter 1 cards, and we're going to mix them in. So we'll just put them away for our chapter 2. And that, my friends, is the setup. That is all there is to this game, basically. We'll put that up to the side. We're going to center this a little bit. I think what we're going to do is see if we can bring that down just a touch. There we go. So we'll have this here, our companions. We'll have our deck of relics. Oh, that's the story cards. We're going to give them a shuffle. There we are. We've got our story cards. We got our dice. Do that. And this is the setup. That is it. This is all we need for the game. And we're concentrating on this right here. So we are going in the gates. We're going to start right here in the middle. There's our little meeple. Here we go. We'll put him here, just so you can see where he's starting. Of course, this doesn't really support the meeple. If we wanted to use something just to show you where we kind of are right at the moment, right there. That's where our guy is. He's standing in the middle, looking around, ready to go. So here we are, ready. The game is set up. We have our companion. We have our golden apple, which the rule says that we can bring in from the tutorial. Well, we didn't do the tutorial, but let's pretend we did. We have our relic deck. The relic deck is made up of the 12 basic cards at this point, and then our story that I've taken the first set of cards plus the chapter cards, mix them together, and we're going to draw them after each doom. Now we can make this easier or harder. So if we play on the normal harder level or normal level, I would say you have 10 turns. If you want to play on an easier level, 12 turns. And we have to get the Orb of Ice. And we'll show you how that mechanic works in a minute or two. At this point in time, we're ready to go. Your small hamlet of Felward is threatened by a foreboding tower emanating a mysterious evil power. Legend says that an evil warlord once lived in the tower, terrorizing the realm. There are whispers that this warlord, known as Bram, has somehow returned, and you have been chosen to go to the tower and stop this threat. Within the garden outside Bram's tower lies the key to stopping him, the Orb of Ice. If you can navigate the eerie crypt beyond the garden and find a way to enter Bram's tower, you'll be able to save your town. But those who have entered the Fortress of Terror never returned. Chapter 1. Bram's Garden. You exit the eastern edge of the forest. Sprawled out between you and the dark mountain is the nightmarish Fortress of Terror. The hill you now stand on overlooks the ancient overgrown garden. Beyond the garden, a graveyard of stones and rubble is the only pathway to the foot of the looming tower, and unfortunately, your destination. The gates of the garden have been long since shut and sealed. Whether by age or something else, you do not know. However, you have spotted a large tree growing up near the garden, its giant limbs stretching far out over the garden and creaking in a foreboding wind that cuts across the plain. Climbing the tree should be easy, and you can drop right down into the middle of the garden. Of course, that is where we start, in the middle of the garden. You can see I have a green crystal here. This will show us where we are in the garden. At this time, we should name our characters. Now, I am going to name mine Edarr, Edarr, the Scared. Because he's scared. So it's Edarr the Scared. And this game is very, very simple. First, we're going to roll the dice. We're going to activate the dice. We are going to look at the enemy's power and then the impending doom. And of course, during that phase, we will also draw a event card. So let me explain what we're trying to do. And by doing that, what we're going to do is try to get down here and take a look at what's going on. There we go. So in our little map here, you can see the ice orbs. And we're going to roll. And each one of these relics we're going to try to collect as many relics as we can before we get out. We're going to need these relics to fight Bram at the ultimate battle. And these are the numbers 12, 6, and 7. The Doom dice is going to eliminate one of these each turn. And of course, as we lose them, we're going to lose our score, right? That's negative. So every one that gets destroyed by Bram is going to be negative points. Everyone we leave behind gets negative points. If we fail to take the orb with us, we don't even get out of the gate of the garden here. And if the terror runs out, we lose as well. There are a couple rules to movement which we'll go over, but basically we have to use our movement dice, and we move in a straight line orthogonally. We can use the luck dice by either adding or subtracting the roll, and we only use 3 out of the 4 dice. That is pretty much the rules. And what we're going to do is try to create a path that we cannot transverse back. The path crumbles beneath us as we move. So there is no going back along the same paths that we know. Think of it as a giant maze that's closing in behind us. So we're going to have to navigate. We will use these little green bits right here to use as teleporters. And we will be able to use the teleporters to go to A to A. And we're going to do that as well. And there's no cost to that. So we're going to try to be as efficient. So what we're going to try to do is try to pick up the relics before they get destroyed. And what we do when this dice rolls, such as a 12, we know that the first relic that's going to go is 12. And so this might be an easy one to pick out, but the next one we know is going to be a 1, which is way up here. So you're going to have to map this. And of course we have traps. So every trap we go through is also going to be negative scores for us as well. So this is the game in a nutshell. So let's get on with it. Okay, I'm sitting here scared in the middle of the garden looking at how am I ever going to find these orbs. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll my Doom dice. And it is 11. So what that means is the first relic that is going to be disappear at the end of our phase is 11. That's up here. And we have the ice orb, which is now at space 11 because it transports itself around, and that's down here. Interesting enough. So we're going to have to roll our dice, but interestingly enough, let's just see here. D. We could go here, and try to get here. But I don't know. It depends on how we do here. Now we have our golden apple that might allow us to roll the dice. And if we can get them both and snag them both at the same time, we're pretty good. Because then we just have to collect some relics and get the hell out of Dodge. But that doesn't always work. But the next one will be 12, even if we skip this one. So can we plan for 12? That's the question. There's 12. So we could try to get this relic. And then 12. But got to remember that there's a crumbling path here. So we have to be careful about how we do this. And when we trigger a trap, we also move the next box on the terror. So we'll have to, we're going to have to figure this out to try to avoid traps where we can. But I mean, it is possible that we could go here. 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get a 5. Then we would need a 2 and a 2. Even with a 6, even though we hit a trap. And then we would need a 1, 2, and a 1, which would take us down to here. But we won't be able to make it here. So, let's roll the proverbial movement dice and our luck die. So it looks like we've rolled a 1 on our luck die. Actually, we have 3 1s, a 5, and a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So where's 12? Because I think we probably want to stay up here because we could probably grab that ice orb next. So starting in where my feet are, dun, 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 we're going to go 5. Now we have to go in a straight line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay! That gets us a relic. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, we have an eagle feather. What did that say? May move over any number of crumbling paths, but you must end in an unblocked space. Very, very handy. So we have used the 5. 12 is next. We're going to have to go over a trap, maybe. Depends how we set ourselves up. We have, well, we may only get 1 relic this time. But, and have we got the number 11 relic? Yeah, we do. So we've saved the number 11 relic. That's good. I think what we want to do is try, can we get over to here? So we go 1, 2, 3. We could go, can we use the 4? Can we get to another relic? We could use the 1 and the 1. Or we can use the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That overshoots it. And then a 1. Might do this. So if we use the 4, that would put us close to number 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can use the 1. So this is where we're at right now. So we've ended our turn. And let's just put our green guy right here. And we've used all our dice up. Yay me, I guess. Yay me. So at this point in time, we've saved number 11. So what's going to happen is nothing is going to get destroyed, and we're going to tick up to the 12. So there's the ice orb. All we got to do now is get some relics and an ice orb, and we can get out of here. So we roll again. Oh, we have a 2. So we have a choice. We have a wall there. Oh, I fundamentally probably shouldn't have done that. We have a 2. 1, 2. Well, if you could try to get to 12, we'd have to go from D. We'd have to land on it. Wow, I think I've screwed myself already. Well, oh, and we have to tick off one of the turns because we've passed our turn. So here we are. Oh, but we do have a 1. So let's just see where we are here. So we're here. We got a 2. Okay, so let's okay, let's go. Oh, well, we've got the gold eagle feather. So, that might be an advantage that we could try to do something here. So we're going to take our 2, 1 and 2. And we will get another relic. Oh, before we even move, whoops. We'll leave that here there. Let's just do this. Hold on here. Because we're right here. I forgot that we're playing with our story card. So let's pull our story card. And it says, encounter, effect, none. So we're basically using our 2. And here we are. So we're going to move. We're going to get our relic. And it says, when teleporting, move to any unblocked destination teleporter of your choice. Oh. Oh. Huh. That's nice. We could... What's the next one? The next one's going to be 1, which is down here, which is a B. There's A, there's B. Oh, man. So I was hoping to get to 12, and we can. We can backtrack because we have our golden apple. And it says move any number of spaces that are crumbling. 1, 2, 3, 4 takes us too far. Okay, do we have a 1? Wow, that, yeah, ooh, ow. We have 2 more dice to use. We could try a different strategy here. Because we've only used the first terror so far. So we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can use the luck die to go 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Oh, yeah, 5. Oh, I could add 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I certainly don't want to do that. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to overshoot. Oh, that's right. Overshooting is fine. I don't have to stop exactly on the relic, as long as I pass the relic. That's the important thing. So the other way we go 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4. I have no way of getting there. So I think what we're going to do. I hate to pass a trap, but we can grab number. We might be able to grab 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so we're going to have to make a concerted effort really here. But what we're going to do is we're going to use our 4 minus the 1 for our luck die. That gives us 3. Unfortunately, 1, 2, 3 puts us right over a trap. Then we're going to take a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That takes us over another trap. But we do get a relic. Restoration gem makes something that is lost available again. Well, we are now into that phase. So 12 is gone. Unless I want to bring it back, of course. This is going to tick to 1. 1 is down in the corner. Oh, if there was a way to make it over to here. So I think we got to think about the 2, which is over to here. So, wow. Well. I've 2, maybe even 3. Where's the 3 down here? So I think we got to think about moving to 3. If we can get to the B, which we can't do. Huh. I don't know, but we're going to have to tick off a terror. Now, you're seeing me play this cold, folks, so I have not played this before. So we've rolled a 4 on the luck die. Wow, that's pretty good. So can we get to the 1? That's the question. Not with that, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, maybe. But we really should be maybe aiming over here. So let's just see here. So starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We certainly don't want that. How about 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to try to get over to the 2 here, then the A, and then the out. So let's use a big one here. Let's use this 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, let's use this 4. So we're here at this point. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or could we go 2? 1, 2 puts us 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, we're trying to get to that 5, but I think more importantly, I think we need to think about just getting to that 2 down here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not a path, he's just crossed off. And we have a 4, so we could literally do 9 if we had to, or 6. Though I hate to get to another, use another terror. Or I could do 4 minus and go 1. Oh, okay. And then 1, 2, oh, perfect. So I'm going to use the 5 minus the 4 from our luck die, which gives me 1. So basically, what's going to do it is I'm going to just go here. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that doesn't work. 5. Let's see. 1. And then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that works. So we use our luck die, which is a 4 minus 1. It's a 5. Then we use our 3. 1, 2, 3. And then, oh, I don't want to go over that terror. So I might use the 2. 1, 2 to hit the 5. So that puts us here right now. Whew. Though we are going to lose the 1 up here. We're going to tick this to the 2. And we do get another relic, though, at least. At least we get another relic. And Magic Boomerang, I forgot to collect right here. Collect 1 object within 2 orthogonal spaces. Ignore block spaces and barriers. Oh, that is nice. So we have our relics. We've got this turn. We've ticked up. We take another Terror. And we roll the dice again. Now, we are trying to get to the 2 at the very bottom here. So we've got some things that we can do, because the only alternative would be to try to get the 3, and there's a lot of terror there. But we could pass that orb, but if we go use the A, okay. I think we'll be able to good, because we've got some alternatives here, and we actually only have to be within 2 hexes of the 7. So we're trying to get down here to the 2. Okay. Okay, we have our luck dice is sitting at a 1. Oh boy. So we have a 3. And we don't necessarily want to do that. Well, we could use the luck dice and go 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah. Wow. Or I can go here 3. But then I can't. I need a 2 here. But we have a luck dice. And we have to land. We have to use up all our movement. That's the problem here. Is that we have to use all our movement. So it would be 1. If we could do it 1, but that doesn't get me anywhere. If we use 3, we take a trap, take another terror. That's fine. 4, we could do a 4 minus 1 for a 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, orthogonally. All I have to do is get here, because I could use my boomerang to pick up the orb, right? Because it's an object. Ignore block barriers except map edges. Okay, so we can't go swing around map edges. Whew, so all we got to do is get here, basically. So we can't go here. Oh, we could go 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. We have to get here. Oh, boy. This is a brain burner, folks. We could go 1, 2, 3. That doesn't help. Oh, man. I probably made a wrong turn here. 1, 2. Oh, my gosh. I could use the 1. Slam myself into a trap. I don't necessarily want to use the transporter. But I can go over crumbling paths again, can't I? So I could go 1. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With the magic dice, then 1, 2, 3, 4. So, because I have the feather. But I have to end in an unblocked space. Wow, which means I don't want to really block the A space. So I go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I've used the luck dice. Oh my God. I'm pretty much pooched myself. Well, maybe I have to start looking at where number 3 is, which is way over here. 1. Well, we could go and B to B and try to get out. Let's just see here. So we could if we used our luck dice and went 1. Where's 3 over here? Then use 1 to here. 1, 2. So 1, 2. And then we could use this, maybe a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's do it. So we're going to use our 1. We're going to go here. I think we're going to try to pick up the orb here. 1. Then we're going to use 3. 1, 2, and... Oh, that's only 2. Well, that's okay. 3 minus 1 is 2. Then we can use our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 puts us to here. Okay. So we really, because we have that, all we got to do is get the orthonically to here. So we might be able to scoop a couple. Okay, well, first thing we're going to do is the Doom thing. Number 2 is going to be disappearing off our track. Where is number 2? We may have picked it up already. Yeah, we picked it up here. Okay. The ice orb has changed over to here because we're anticipating. We are at 6. We only have a couple more turns to get out. But that is fine. Oh, gosh. This is a brain burner. Oh. Discard any dice from your pool. Okay, if we need that. Oh, if we move to teleport. Oh, if we can get to this, we can get to here because of the helm. Oh, my gosh. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Even if we take another tour, I think we can do it. Because we can go to sea directly. Thanks to our travel helm. Okay. Oh, we have a 4 on that dice. Eek. How do we do this? Because we have a 4. We could move. I only have to get within 2 orthogonally. So really, I only have to get to here. But that means moving 1. And I can move 1 because I have a 4 minus 3 minus. I can't have minus 1. My luck die can add or subtract, so we can't go minus 1. We could do 2. 1, 2. Can't do that. We could use him, which says that I can use the dice. Now, I am going to take a terror. But only, oh man. I only have to get to here. Yeah, 6 isn't going to be helpful. 6 minus 5 is 2. 1, 2. That doesn't say you have to be stopped to use it, does it? Collect 1 object with 2 identical spaces. Ignore blocked edges or barrier. So I'm wondering, though, if I was running along and went zoom and captured it. I still have a couple turns to get out. I have no way of... The walls are blocking. I have no way to get a 2. I could remove 2 dice to give me a 4, but I have a 4 here. So that could put me here. I wonder if I re-trigger the trap. No, thematically you couldn't re-trigger a trap. If a trap is triggered, the trap is triggered. Maybe? Is there a way to burn movement? Yeah, that's the problem. Wait a minute here. I could burn 2 dice. Okay. If I was to burn the 6 to get 2, 1, 2, that's not going to work for me. No. So we're going to have to go past this with a 4. Okay. Oh, okay. We can't... Oh, but we'll trap ourselves. Oh, no, we don't. We can then use our feather. Oh, no, we can't because of... Oh. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. We can throw our boomerang to capture the orb. Okay, that makes sense. Then we have to burn a 3. 1, 2, 3. And then burn another 3. 1, 2, 3. Aha, I think we've got it. Let's try it this way. So we're going to use the 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Use our boomerang. That's our boomerang here. My boomerang won't come back. We're going to turn it upside down. You can't see it. I am going to grab the orb. Yes. Check. Then I'm going to use my 3 to go 1, 2, 3, and use my other 3 to go 1, 2, and 3. I think we can do this because of our feather that will allow us to cross our path. If we get lucky dice, we'll be able to go from B to C and then out the door if we can by the next turn. So I think we can do this. I think we can do this. Orb 3 is gone. Zip, 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 zip. We're going to tick up to 4. We are, which doesn't matter because we still do it because we're going to lose orbs. We take a doom and we are back. We are down to our last, basically 3 turns if we reach that. So we have 2 more turns to get out of here. We do have our feather. We'll roll that again. We'll roll this dice again. A 3. So we want to be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, which we have. Let's pretend. We can do a 2. Aha! So we're going to use our feather. Our eagle feather says, may move over any number of crumbling paths, but you must stop on an unblocked path. Perfect. So we're going to use our 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to use our 2. 1, 2. We are going to use our helm. The helm allows us to go to any other thing. So we're going to go over to C. This is where we are now, C. We're going to use our 2 minus 3 luck dice, which gives us 1. There we go. It is now the turn. This is going to tick off, and we're going to remove the number 4 orb, which I think we've already taken. Yay! We're going to tick up to 5. We already have the orb. Yay! We have the last dice roll. We had tick off our terror. We are down basically to the last turn before we actually have to get out. We have done, I think we've done this, and this was tough. Now we've forgotten about our stories. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, folks. It completely slipped my mind to use a story. We used it once and never used it again. So that is an option for us, is to use a story. I didn't use it. Let's just say we've used the story this time. We still have no effect. Okay. So I should have used that story a few more times in here. What would have happened if we had that story? -1 to any movement dice. Actually, that would have probably been beneficial in some cases. Okay. So we still had, if we used the story, the time would have been at the end. All we have to do is make it to one of these arrows, and the rules state that you can have an excess of arrows. An excess of arrows. So all you got to do is basically get out the freaking door. We have a 3 minus 5 is 2, basically. So, we could basically go 3 and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then out the door. Yes, we have made it on the 9th roll. And we had this dice on, which one did we pick up? We picked up the 3. There it is. So we've picked up the 3, just to put that there, and on the, so there we go. Oh, and I forgot, we had to, this would have ticked up again. I think this was on 4, I believe. Because we had collected 4, because 5, I think, is still on here. Did we collect 5? Yeah, so 4, 5. Okay, so this was on 5. I had to go back and check the previous video. So I picked it up on 3. There's on 5. We've got a number of relics, and we are ready to start the second one. But I don't want to spoil this for you. I thought about doing the entire run through, But, let's just go to final thoughts because I think you have to experience this for yourself. So let's just go to some final thoughts here. And let's talk about the game real quick. Hi, my name is Harry Jacobs, and welcome to Final Thoughts, and we were talking about Fortress of Terror, a roll with it system. Right now, as I said earlier in the video, there are 2 modules, with 3 modules more already available for print and play, which are coming out in an expansion box and in a 6th module. So there's a ton of modules. This game is great. It is simple. It is a 5 game. You know those are my favorite games. 5 minutes to set up, 5 minutes to learn, 5 minutes to tear down, if that. This is no doubt a really good, solid roll and write. But let's start at the very beginning here. Let's talk about the theme. Fortress of Terror. Now, this is a similar to another game I did a little while ago. You're in a dungeon-like experience, and you're going to go around and you have to do your paths, trying to hit specific spots with the idea of the crumbling path. Thank God for the feather, or else I would have been trapped in this maze till I died of thirst and hunger. But we did make it out. So I really do like the theme. It's a maze it's like a few other dungeon-type crawlers with a little twist with the dice. And, that takes us to the rules that say we've got this mechanic that says we're going to be destroying things based on a doom dice. We're going to have an orb that's going to float around the forest here. You can see me spinning, but you can't see it. Let me just make myself a little smaller. There I am, just a little bit smaller. Right here along the sides, the ice orb. So you really got to plan, what's the next doom? Are we going to lose that? I got lucky and managed to pick up a few without only losing 3 relics. In the old scoring, that would have been detrimental, but here we're just trying to get out. And so we did that by the 9th turn, and I think that's really good. Speaks well to the game that we got out on the 9th turn. So I really like the fact that the orb is moving around, so you're going to go, well, I can't get here. Can anticipate getting over to the 3. Thank God for the feather that allowed me out, because if I didn't have that relic, there's no way I would have gotten to that 3. Probably would have lost the game. There's the 4 way over here. Would I've gotten there? Maybe. Thank God for the Iron Helm. Got me out. So that's a godsend, when you really got to get to some relics, because the relics are going to help you out. So, which brings us to the mechanics of the game. So the rules were simple, easy to use, 4 phases. I don't think in terms of rules you could do much better than this type of a roll and write. It doesn't break new boundaries, except for maybe the dice up here, but it does give me a sense, because of that terror check, a sense of time pressure. How am I going to solve this puzzle? This is a puzzle. I got the randomness of the dice. If you don't like dice rolling, maybe not a game for you, but I love dice rolling. That puzzle, how do I use the luck dice? Oh my God. How do I use that to my advantage, as opposed to how do I overshoot like I did? Okay, I can't get to the 4, or I can't get to the 2. We got to get to the 3. How do I get out? Okay, well, I got this combination. So using your relics, using your dice rolls, the replayability, there's a ton of replayability. Just because you never look at the relics that are still left. There's a ton of relics still left, and we have a whole new thing here. Now, there's not as many relics there, but 2 more get mixed in, and we can pick up a couple more relics. We have to find the keys, and there are our keys when we get the right ice. So the next one, if we look at the next one, there we go. Let's just go down a wee little bit. Look at me ever shrinking here. I wish that was true in real life. So in the next one, it's similar. You got some relics, but now you have to deliver keys. And you can see there's various ice cubes, or what are they called? Lore stones. You have to collect the lore stone, and then deliver the lore stone to the 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, 10 to 12 to get out, to unlock whatever you're doing. And you've got a couple of relics. Not sure. I think the blue dice here has something to do with this. I haven't read the rules for the crypt, and I'm not going to do this one because I don't want to spoil it for you if you're going to buy this on Game Crafter. I think I think John Bailey did an excellent job here on a game. Now, GameCrafter, this was $49 US. Okay, if that was a Canadian, which to me in Canada that made it a $60 game. But John's been really nice with some materials for me. I do have the other ones, and I'm going to preview them later on during this month. At some point, I'm going to pull this again, and we're going to do part 2. So I'm going to keep all this together, and I'm going to leave it just like this, so that we know where we are. And we're going to make a note of 5 for black, 5B for black, and 3 for blue, BLUE. So we'll make a note of that so that we can come back and store this. And what we'll do is just put these together. So these will be my starting hand the next time. So replayability, I think there's good replayability here. With the expansions, you can do this thing forever. You can add more dice. You could add maybe some roaming characters eventually. I don't know what John has planned, but I think this is very, very exciting for a GameCrafter game, and I'm glad somebody pointed this out to me. So we've talked about the theme, we've talked about the rules, we've talked about the mechanics a little bit. You saw me play. There's not much more mechanics to that. Solo ability, yay, I love solo games. I'm giving a thumbs up here. I love solo games, so this is wonderful because I'm probably going to have some surgery. This certainly would be a game I would take, and I could play this easily when I'm stuck in bed with one of those little tiny tables. So this will be coming with me. And the last thing we generally want to talk about is the overall value. Now, I will say that, it was a little on the expensive side for me. A Canadian, that means I have to pay the base price plus the shipping, which isn't terrible, but it still makes it a little bit on the expensive side for me personally. However, I think because of the other items, such as the way I liked it, enjoyed it, the solo play, the mechanics, I think I perceive I've got value out of this game. And sometimes that's enough, even though maybe probably in terms of a roll and write, probably it's not like there with Twilight Inscription that's coming out at $65, and this cost me about $60. But in the end, you have to measure this against a great game and a GameCrafter game and an independent publisher. I think John did a beautiful job here. I believe you should go check this out. Go to GameCrafter, buy this game. And I don't usually recommend games because it's not usually something I do, but I had so much fun with this. And but this was a real treasure to play. Anyway, my name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer. I am here representing both North of 60 Gaming and Everything Board Games. So whether you're watching this with on my channel or on Everything Board Games, please leave some comments. Tell me how you feel about this. I felt really good about this game. So when you're out there and you're ready to put a comment in, hit the like button, smash it good. Show me that you really appreciate the excitement of this game. Subscribe. It's Halloween, and I don't want you to be haunted because you didn't subscribe to a channel, whether it be Everything Board Games or North of 60 Gaming. And of course, hit the bell for notifications. You can find me all over in different boards, gaming boards. Try to reach out to me, say hi. I'm pretty approachable. Anyway, I'm going back to work. It's got to go. It's almost a meeting time. Oh my God, a meeting. And not that it ever happens to a project manager. So please wait for the next video. We are going to cover Virus. This is a game I picked up in the summertime. Perfect for the Halloween fair. Hopefully we can get that onto the table and get that videoing. Thank you very much for being here. Again, subscribe.
In the backlands of Australia, many years ago, the Aborigine tribes were meeting, having a big powwow.
We got a lot of trouble, Chief, on account of your son, Mac.
My boy Mac, why? What's wrong with him?
Our boomerang won't come back.
Your boomerang won't come back?
Mom,